What's up, math scholars and math haters? This is Mr. W. Today we're going to tackle question 19 in the 6th grade math questions that North Carolina released this past school year. The question tells us that Jenny has finished 12 of the 20 lessons in her piano book. Liam has finished the same percent, that's an important word, of lessons from his piano book, and his book contains 30 lessons. And we're trying to find out how many lessons Liam has finished. So to do a problem like this well, we'll need to know how to work with percents, and also how to use number tables and patterns to solve a problem like this. And I'm actually going to have to use number tables and patterns twice. So to start with, I'm just going to make a number table where my two columns are how many lessons we've finished and how many total lessons there are. And I'm going to start by filling in Jenny's information. She finished 12 out of 20 total. And now I'm going to bring in percents. And for percents, I'm going to remember that every percent is out of a total of 100. So I'm going to use that to think about what percentage of lessons Jenny would have finished, so I can use that percentage to find out how many lessons Liam finished. But now I'm going to go ahead and look for a left moving pattern where I multiply or divide something, or a down moving pattern where I multiply or divide something. The easiest one appears to be that 20 times 5 equals 100. So 12 times 5 would equal what? Well, if you use your times tables, or if you just do it in your calculator or whatever, you should get the same answer. You should get that Jenny finished 60% of her lessons. And now we'll use this information, and I'm going to start another number table over here. I just realized y'all couldn't see all of that. My apologies. I'll start another number table over here, still using finished and total as the names of my two columns. And I'm going to start with my percentages. So if we finished 60% out of 100%, we look at the information about Liam. It says Liam has finished the same percent of lessons, but his book contains 30 lessons, which means my total is going to be 30, and I have to try to find how many lessons Liam has finished. So now, this is a good example of how we can use the patterns trick, but then also something else to finish a problem like this. Because I can't find a really good pattern that goes to the left or down that involves multiplying and dividing that I can use for this. So I'm going to have to use another trick that math people like to call cross multiplication. Essentially, I'm going to say that 60 times 30 equals 100 times that number that we're trying to find out. That's not a 0, that's a blank circle where we're going to fill in a number. So essentially this comes from the fact that we're cross multiplying, so I go from my top left to my bottom right, 60 times 30. I go from my top right to my bottom left, 100 times this blank. So now I'm going to go ahead and figure out some of these numbers. At this point, I just need to do 60 times 30. That's 1,800. So if 1,800 equals 100 times some number that I don't know yet, I'll go ahead and use fact families, and I don't have a lot of room, so I'll take a bit of a shortcut with this. If I know that 1,800 is 100 times this blank, then I know that 1,800 divided by 100 will give me the answer to that blank, which is 18. Now let me use my blue marker. So, Liam has finished 18 lessons. And if I'm going to write this answer in my gridded response, I need to give each digit one box, find the 1 bubble under the 1, find the 8 bubble under the 8, and let that be the end of it. So we're done with question 19.